Genuine question I would love and appreciate some feedback on because I ain't got a clue. If you're listening to healing affirmations and you've done a lot of self work and after certain if say someone caused you some very troublesome times in your simulation that is life, right? And you fall asleep listening to healing crap, and then you have a dream, and this person's there, and you can't talk to them, but as you wake up, you just go, well, you shouldn't throw yourself at people, and you have to get your little word in, because you're just the ghost that they want you to be. And then you wake up, right? And then you hear this higher self just going, don't you understand? Or they were just psilocybin mushrooms. They were just, because this person's mother was there as well, they were just suicide mushroom manifestations. I go, okay, oh yeah, okay, I'll never look at it in the same way again, right? Psilocybin mushrooms to, stay in contact with somebody and to have it cause you this much trouble. And you're over it anyway. I thought I was over it, but anyway, I had a dream about it. And I say, well, what is all this coaching and affirmations trying to teach me if it teaches me that everything is within me and I don't need nothing? Because at one point, I felt like I was pretty well-rounded and I was looking for something in other people. I was looking for love. I was looking for a person to share time with, happiness with. I was looking for things. Now, I'm all like, I'm well affirmed up. I'm well hypnotized up. Everything the kingdom of heaven is within. Why the fuck would you want anything outside of you? Now, I can't figure out if this is progress or absolutely fuckedness. Like the new age, if it's teaching everybody just to be like, self-involved and have no want in anybody else because it's all within and the opulence and abundance is just there and you don't want anything from anyone because all they equal is suicide, in a way. Like, that's suicide to look for love or find that attractive or look for anything in anybody else. What's that? Because that's pretty much what the cultures do. It's like crush, destroy, ghost, whatever, disband cultures where there is abundance of love. Because quite frankly, though we're from an industrial farm, aren't we, us creatures in the UK, we're like, I think this is as good as it gets. But yes, there are dirty little parties and camps with monies and whatever that get at you because you think that you're attracted to another woman and they've got invested interest in you. So basically, they're breaking your human rights and arresting you at airports on holidays. Yeah, it was a taboo. 14 years age gap. But really, I fancy someone 11 years older. I was with someone that was 11 years older for like 6-5 when I was 20. And same sort of principle, really. So what? So it's like that, and that's what got at me, and that's what kind of destroyed, to coach you up to this level of like, well, you don't want anything outside of you. Well, I think that's a jip. I think that's actually going backward. I think that if the whole world was made up of people that are all so self-abundant, self-affluent, and don't look outside for anything, that would be shit, wouldn't it? But when I look at it now, it's like, yeah, okay. That was just a manifestation of self-suicide in a human being. Psilocybin mushroom. Thank you, my higher self, for healing me. I'll never look at it in the same way again. I'll never cry if anybody slams the door in my face again because it's all within. Yeah, whatever. I don't like hardened society, and I think that's the way it's been going for quite some time. And I don't listen to... hands up anybody else that actually does have to do this on quite a few occasions to a lot of stuff. As somebody that was prolifically writing, I'm like, I've gone down loads of those avenues that some people I'm listening to on the radio. Oh, they're my lyrics. I swear I wrote something really, really similar to that. Heavy is the crown. Because, quite frankly, women do wear the crown. Or maybe they just en masse want such superior things for the planet, like peace, love and unity and things for such a long time, that when someone just goes, I'm wearing the crown because I'm big, built, strong, or alpha male, it's like, okay, are you though? Really? Are you though? Are you though? Are you really wearing the crown? Or aren't we all wearing our own crown these days? I mean, is it? So don't listen to the cultural stuff because I don't really believe in competitive vibes, don't believe in this vibes, don't believe in all the shit that actually come my way whilst I was trying to get somewhere, don't actually believe in any of it. Salute the people that got there. Salute the shallow presentations of what people think is this, or what a leader should look like, or what this should look like. Salute that all. Whatever, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? And when people go, always, I noticed a lot that people always use that term, they took this, they took that. They. Oh, I know all about they. They seemed like people with money that were just abusing their authorities, and the law system doesn't give a fuck. Like I said, you're all spent on a government poxy app called Facebook that its bright idea is go to unity marches where they basically brutalise you, give you nerve damage in your thumbs for over 6 months, getting on for a year. You can't feel your thumbs because they've left you in a situation knowingly hurting you and inflicting low-level torture and pain, and then they have the audacity to actually write anything you say to them about themselves in a situation like that, which is all admissible in a court of law. But they would try to carry it forward to 2024, something that happened in 2016. So it's like, who are they? I know who they are. They're also very illicit. They've people that probably circumnavigated the globe a long time ago that have had access to things like scrapamine and different substances as well. So really, they're not to be trusted around establishments or churches. It's all dirty, dirty underbelly of what is religion or what's what. So who are they? Yeah, they are dangerous. They are the Illuminati. They are the stuff that people talk about as in conspiracy theories. But they say they elevate people that are gender neutral or whatever. That's bollocks, because it's like, what's a monk? What's a nun? What's a Hare Krishna? They're people that just don't want to identify with their sexuality so they don't have to get hit on because they find it uncomfortable. So it's like spectrums of sexuality, this to this. Then people go, asexual or non-binary, whatever. There's just new taglines for people that are on that spiritual spectrum, probably, that don't want too much interest if thus. People change throughout their whole lives. Sexualities awaken in their middle ages more so. People jump the fence when they hit 40. People whatever. So whatever. Why am I digressing? But the point is, when people talk about this they, taking anything, they, it's only a concept on the Loosh farm. And most people are on the Loosh farm that are watching footage on a screen. Douches on Looshes. And it can get quite cyborgerish, can it not? I'm really interested to see that film with the big eyeball that comes down. It's like, is that the eye of God? Because it's like, did anybody else feel that? I already felt that. I felt that way back. And I was like, is that anything to do with the Night of the Thousand Eyes? And when people do mushrooms, because mushrooms, you see all the eyes everywhere. It's like, and then, is that where the evil eye comes from? Or like people warding off against the evil eye? Or this. But yeah, if it's a simulation, it's definitely a one that does that, isn't it? Shifts up. And is it that, go back to the original question, is it progress? Or is that the total opposite of progress? To not look for love? Because I used to think that was a nice way to be. I used to think it was nice to make efforts, romantic gestures, but they made it impossible. They made it feel like I can't send a secret Cadbury Santa chocolate without some invested interest getting at me, or potentially persecuting, or building a case. Oh, why don't we just kill her and try and make claims? That's what the world thought it sort of looks like, doesn't it, in some respects? Like, all grim. People got things going for them, grim rather than elevating. And quite frankly, people that I used to follow don't even follow. The importance of the word and how spellbinding it can be. How Gentile you must be with the word. You certainly don't say statements that are throwbacks to fucking Victorian times. Really? Do you? Do you? As somebody leading? No, that's not very responsible, is it? But that's why leaders should probably be a bit more mature, with a bit more life experience, and not just something out of an institute, which will eventually send people a bit more crazier. Institutionalizations of the nations. I prefer people that run wild as the leaders, don't you? Don't you think they're the most superior choice of survivalist or intellect for the human race to lead out of douche farm, city douche farms? Lardy Dancier, you're welcome. you are welcome. The Rave Richter, you are welcome.